What's that?
I got some weed part.
Oh, yeah, he was telling me about it when I came in, the shift in the money.
You'll be on this one here?
Yeah. Hey, Pope, you'll sit right here, man, so you can get on. Get on a little jump off.
You got the cams up there. I'm going to just kind of stay out of it. Because technically, y'all the stars of the show. I'm just a motherfucker bring on commercial, y'all.
Crazy, right?
Here, you want some? What's in there? Oh, man, you ain't want no Patron or no yak?
Nah, I ain't even eat today.
Me neither.
I just gotta.
I got no sound in mind.
Which one?
I don't know which one it is.
You hear it?
No, not yet.
That's me.
That's you.
Veterans in politics.
No, switch headphones.
Yeah, turn mine
Kind of loud.
Down?
Yeah.
Turn
Turn the other one down as you do.
This one? This one.
I don't know. Yeah,
Okay, that's the wrong
You
thing.
didn't even send them the music.
I did.
That's the wrong. It's a pre-recorded. So you're gonna get it.
See, you broadcasting live right now?
What you say?
Crazy.
Wow, crazy, man. I gave you the paper.
As soon as this commercial's over, your new intro should be starting.
See, you got the intro, man. What you talking, right?
You got it.
That's the one.
That's it.
That's it. That's you.
702-483-4444 is our number. Welcome to Vegas Uncut Sports Talk. This is Rudy doing it tonight with Geoff and Pope in studio, ready to rock it and talk about some NFL action like everybody in America is talking about right about now. This time, we're also going to talk a little boxing tonight, and we're going to go over some of the college action that went down. We welcome you to Vegas Uncut Sports Talk, live from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's 7 p.m. every Tuesday night, right here on VegasAllNetRadio.com with your host, Geoff and Pope. Welcome to the show, Geoff.
What's going on?
You're doing it like a villain, man. Pope, how you doing, man?
Oh, man. Good.
Yeah. We had some very interesting things go down in the NFL
Yeah, man.
this week.
All weekend.
All weekend long. 483-4444 is the number to call. We are giving away cash prizes tonight, a cash gift card, a $25 gift card. If you can pick 3 winners, you call in at 702-483-4444. Get yourself a $25, what is it, a Visa gift card? Visa gift card, so you can use it anywhere. Visa debit cards are used by gas, grass, ass, whatever you spend your money on.
So we're gonna get into this story about this controversial call, right?
We got to get into that, but first we want to talk about. Let's talk about a couple of upsets real quick before we go to a commercial break. 483-4444 is the number to call, live in Las Vegas Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We're on for the next hour doing it, and you're welcome to call in. Remember, there's $25 cash Visa gift card for anybody who can call in and give us 3 winners. You just pick your winners, and we keep a note of it. And if you have 3 winners, you got yourself a $25 cash gift card. By the way, that goes to the first person. This is Ghetto Show right here.
The next person to call in and get the gift card.
Not the next person. The first person with 3 winners.
What?
First person with 3 winners.
We talk about this?
No, we didn't talk about it. We just came up with it just a minute ago. But what I do want to talk about, the Vikings upset over the Niners. What happened?
What you think about that, Pope? That's your team, brother. So you got to tell us what went down. Because I didn't get a chance to watch it. I just know that they lost.
Yeah, man. It was our offense.
He breathing like he was in the game, man.
It was our offense, man.
Offense.
Our quarterback did what he did last year. We had a lot of drop passes.
So the real Alex Smith showed up, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. The real Alex Smith showed up. Our quarterback, and he let us down. Our defense, did their thing, but it was too much drop passes. Penalties, it's just a horrible game altogether from us. I mean,
how the defense do. They defense is the strength of the team. They should have, you know,
they gave up our first 100-yard rusher in a long time. I mean, the team-wise had 100 yards rushing, but
they're gonna bounce back this week against the Jets. They got to. That's gonna be tough though, going across the country. You know what I mean? Damn near halfway across the country, then going all the way across the country.
Well, I read an article before
two straight weeks.
The game even happened against Minnesota, and dude was talking about that the 49ers is not really paying attention to the Vikings. They're more focused on the Jets, and they will end up, you know, they just want to slip by, and that's exactly what happened. He was on that 100%. But I didn't see it happening. I mean, the coach tried to do his thing, but it was too late.
Yeah, and the refs had some controversial calls on that. They gave the 49ers an extra timeout. They was out of timeouts. Let them challenge.
They was out of challenges and timeouts.
Yeah, out of challenges and timeouts.
He gave us 4 of them.
The NFL, man, they really dropping the ball on this because they need to have at least an official from the NFL there to correct these guys, because
they got one up in the booth, but he really don't do nothing. But another thing that's really killing the game
is they're not getting paid though, right?
Yeah, they're getting paid.
He gonna do something. He probably said
the booth. I was saying earlier, I think, man, these referees ain't getting paid but $2,000. So a lot of them, I feel, I'm not trying to throw real controversy out there, but a lot of these referees can be bought before you figure $100,000. I give this guy $100,000. He's not gonna make that the next 3 years refereeing these games. So I give him $100,000 and put the fix in. See, I could make you know what I mean? A casino could give him $100,000. Not saying a casino would, but he give him $100,000.
But they thought about it.
And the casino could make $150 million off just that one game.
Right. You know, there was an article today from Yahoo that about the amount of money that went to the other side just because
on that Green Bay game,
right? Yeah, so we're gonna get into that in just a moment. But the next game I wanted to ask you guys about the Titans. They had an OT against the Lions of all people.
Yeah, that was another game where they threw up a Hail Mary at the end, and you know, God bless them. But but I think a lot of this goes on the coach, which I've been trying to tell people at the beginning of the season. I think. You know, it's not going to be said right now, but Jim Schwartz, the coach, I think he's on the hot seat because they've been building that team for about 4 or 5 years with first-round picks, Calvin Johnson, Matthew Stafford, all these first-round picks, and they got a solid team. And you know, they're coming up short against teams they should beat. You know, I thought they should have been more competitive in the 49ers game. They really should have lost the St. Louis game, the first game of the season, but. You know, they prevailed, but against the Titans, a team that's, you know, with a new quarterback.
I wouldn't say quarterback got hurt, didn't he?
Who?
Stafford.
I mean, he got hurt in the last play, and the backup came in and threw the Hail Mary. But they should be dominating teams like the Titans. You know, it's all about coaching, man. I think Jim Schwartz. He's.
They not
I don't think he's the guy for the job, man. They're gonna probably. He probably got a year and a half left. So if they don't make the playoffs, which I don't think they will, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to keep him around because they got enough talent to be competitive in not only in their division but in the NFC.
Cool. How about the Cardinals game?
They surprised me. I thought the Eagles would do something. Yeah,
the game was.
They surprised me. I don't know.
The Cardinals.
Their defense is decent. The Cardinals defense is just their offense got the, you know, they have playmakers on offense. They have to just, you know, get it going.
All right, Pope, you got any thoughts on that?
Oh, nah, the Eagles just couldn't pull a comeback out.
You said like you still can't believe the Niners lost.
Man.
Hey, what about Ravens Patriots and the field goal controversy in that?
I thought it was good.
Field goal was good.
The field goal, I thought it was good.
100% good.
What you think about Bill Belichick going after that referee? He went after the first referee. He passed him by. He went after the second one, and then he grabbed the referee. Grabbed the referee's arm in an attempt to get his attention.
You could do that.
Come on, man. If someone grab you,
in the heat of the moment,
if a grown man grab you in the heat of the moment, what you gonna do?
And what do you mean by heat, though?
In the heat of the moment, because it was that field goal call, and they thought the field goal was no good.
Come on, no, he grabbed his arm, tried to get his attention. Right. You don't grab no grown man's arm.
They do that all the time. They just don't show it.
Ain't no nigga grabbing me. Put it like that. And it's in the heat of the moment. You know, if the nigga grab you in the heat of the moment, that means he you know. you got to react your first reaction. He might be trying to do something to you, so you know. He better be lucky that referee didn't just turn around and cold cock him. You know,
he's no real referee anyway.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Hey, I heard one of the referees for the referee that
I mean, because if that referee got fired from the NFL, he can always go back to Foot Locker, right?
Yeah, they needed to return to their day jobs at Foot Locker, huh?
Well, they're not from. Some of them might be from Foot Locker.
Hey, but I heard one of the referees, the one that actually called the touchdown in the game last night. I heard on the radio that he used to be, or he was. He's not even. He don't really have real
one
good.
One of them penny football.
No. There was one referee that was in it. It's called lingerie league.
Oh, lingerie.
Yeah. But one of the referees, he wasn't even a real referee. He's a banker. He seriously. So I figured, hell, man, shit. My daddy worked for the bank for about 30 years. Maybe he can get a job doing that. Shit.
Yeah. Okay, now what's wrong with the Saints? The Saints ain't
It's the I believe it's the coach. You know what I mean? The Drew Brees is the leader of the team, of course, but the coach is the leader of that whole organization, and he really makes them stop and go. And their defense is really confused on defense. So I think what you think about that, Pope, about the Saints. I think they just lack leadership and someone to, and what's sad is they have Steve Spagnuolo, he came over as a defensive coordinator from the Rams, and with a former coach with head coach experience, he should have some kind of voice in that locker room to let these guys know, like, man, y'all need to step it up.
Be a good pick for a Super Bowl. I mean, they're probably gonna be 100-1, 200,
yeah.
300-1. Throw a little $5 on them. I might bring you back some money.
Okay, so Saints and Browns. Who's going to win?
Who do you think going to win the first game? Who's going to win first? Saints and Browns. 0-3.
Saints.
You think the Saints going to
the Browns play the Ravens this week?
I think the Browns might hang with them. I don't know. I think the Browns may cover that spread because the spread went up a point already. So I think a lot of people throwing money on the Ravens. And I believe the Browns may cover because you figure the Ravens are coming from a Sunday night game on a short week, so you got Monday to rest and Tuesday and Wednesday to practice, and it's game time.
Yeah,
and the Browns are not an old team.
No, the Browns is going to say.
Yeah, but they didn't play Sunday night. A long emotional game.
Who they play Sunday? They played.
They didn't play Sunday night. The Ravens played New England Sunday night. A long, physical, emotional game. So I'm looking for a letdown, even though they shouldn't. Even when you ask anyone, Ravens going to beat the Browns. 100 people, 99 people out of 100 going to say yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's a trap game, so look for the upset.
Real quick, did you see the incident where the referee threw his hat?
Yeah, you see that? He threw his hat, and Ogletree for the Cowboys, he slipped, and he would have caught the touchdown pass, but the damn referee threw the hat.
Oh, man. 702-483-4444 is the number to call. We're live in studio at Vegas, allnetradio.com. This is Vegas Uncut Sports Talk with Geoff and Pope. And we're going to be back on the other side. We're going to be taking your calls at 483-4444. Remember, we got a $25 cash gift card. You just call in and give 3 winning plays. Be the first to call in. It's 483-4444. Join us on air live. We'll be back. I'm going to hit some yak, and when we come back, we'll talk about the pack.
Hit some yak. We got
VegasOnNetRadio.com. More book will be available online at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Our Bookstore, and many more national online retailers. Other companies can charge a minimum $1,500 for this service, but KingofEbooks.com is leading the industry books for under $200.
Okay, who is this calling?
On how to get your book published within 10 days and available.
Okay, Mario from Los Angeles wants to go on next.
Yeah.
Back. All right.
Look, I'm gonna tell you who to take. Cincinnati, I like them. Jacksonville,
Mario from Los Angeles, standing by.
Okay. Is there any way that we can get more calls come in or just one at a time?
You can only do one at a time. This phone's not really set up for multiple calls.
But they weren't expecting it.
The phones in the other two rooms are, but this
Hey, you love sports. I mean, really love sports. Movies, TV. Watch 2,000 TV channels on a laptop or PC. Go to myupctv.com. Yes, 2,000 plus TV
I
channels.
know you got another one. I can't take it.
You got another call?
Yeah, but I can't take it.
Can you
So kick the other guy
One
off.
flat rate, no
Are you sure?
Do you remember when movies
That's
cost
what I'm
$6
gonna
a
say.
person?
But have you ever done that before?
They let you rent movies for $2.
Me personally, no, but if I do it, I'll turn the other guy off.
Try it. You gonna cut down and do it all?
Yeah, I wanna do that.
That's the
Okay,
first-
just go back on right now then.
Dude.
And just go back on. Cut that short.
Cut this commercial, you won't cut it?
Yeah, cut it.
$29 one-time flat rate.
Right now, cut it.
Okay.
You're listening to Uncut Sports, the loudest sports show on radio in the world, brought to you by KingofBeatBucks.com.
Get that on the Hey Rudy, man, you might as well kill this, man.
483-4444. That number again is 483-4444. If you're calling in and you got a phone line, stay on. We're jamming tonight. $25 up for grabs. A $25 gift card to the first person who gives 3 winners tonight on the air at 483-4444. Going to Mario in Los Angeles, listening to us and watching us on Ustream. Vegas Uncut Sports Talk on Ustream.com. Check it out right now. We're live on cam in the studio at Ustream.com. Mario, are you with us? Right on. Welcome to the show. Thank you. We're glad to have you.
Thanks for listening. Hell yeah.
Hey, is that when he grabbed the arm?
Yeah, he might have grabbed he might have grabbed it.
Oh, you said it like that really is what he said, though.
He might have said that. Yeah, the NFL is like, this is like real reality TV. No. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Hey, well, go ahead.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey,
Thanks,
I
man.
appreciate you calling in, and we'll be references
They killed
if you need to apply for that job with the NFL, man.
Yeah.
Now,
All right, later, man. Thanks.
it's 702-483-4444. That's the number in the studio. We gotta get into this conversation. What was your opinion on that call?
I thought it was a bad call, and as soon as I seen that referee hold up his hands, I said, "Oh, here we go again."
You know what it was one referee was going. He thought the referee was going to send the touchdown, and the other one went ahead and threw the touchdown up, while the other one was throwing the touchback.
Yeah.
So he looked at the other referee, because if you watch it in slow motion, he looking at the other referee the whole time, and he looking at his arms go up. She's like, "Oh, let me just get this touchdown real call." But the other referee ended up, it was a clear interception.
I think. And then people don't realize something I saw on TV this morning that was pointed out on ESPN. There were 2 penalties, not just the offensive pass interference, but there was a penalty for a block in the back on one of Green Bay's defensive linemen that was basically a no call also. So it's those 3 plays: the block in the back, the offensive pass interference, and obviously the non-interception. Cost them the game. So I'm glad I didn't bet, put it like that.
Well, of course, Pope gave us a couple of good plays last week, but one of our callers, I believe it was
Alfredo.
One of the callers did go for the Seahawks, and I couldn't remember if it was a caller or one of you guys who went for him. So, unfortunately for you guys, but for me, I did have the Seahawks last night. I got lucky, but but shit, I'd rather be lucky than to be right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get more money when you're lucky than when you're right. We got another caller on the line at 702-483-4444. And we're going to rock this thing. But first of all, let's go on to our discussion on college ball real quick. Let me ask you about the first college game we had. Well, here, let's talk about some upsets first. What were some of the upsets you were surprised by?
No, it wasn't really an upset. Kansas State's a good team. Oklahoma, they obviously upset Oklahoma, 24-19. It was a good physical game, but
disappointment was Florida State.
Florida State, they won.
I know, but there's a disappointment.
Why, they didn't cover?
They did. I think they did cover the spread, but...
No, the spread was like almost 14 and a half. They only won by 12.
Yeah, that was a disappointment. LSU really let me down, man.
Yeah, they let me down, too. That was one of my picks, and unfortunately, they're like any good team that wants to go undefeated. If Florida State goes undefeated, if, obviously Alabama goes undefeated, they're going to be tested in the game where they're going to be down or they got to fight. They got to fight, to get a win. And LSU did that against Auburn. So
Florida State did it better though. They was really tested. Clemson was up, I think, by like at least 14. But LSU is well-rounded. You've seen Auburn. Play. They ain't got really no defense. Their offense is in and out.
Yeah, Auburn has talent. Auburn's about maybe a year, maybe 2 years away. Yeah. Auburn's about 2 years away from really being good, but. They definitely have athletes because they've been recruiting their ass off for the past 2 years.
Cool. Now you mentioned that LSU lost. Let's tell for the sake of the listeners, LSU didn't cover.
Right.
No,
they won, but they didn't cover.
No, they only put up 12 points. 12-10 was the final score, and LSU. Right, LSU was one of my picks. Yeah.
Right, but I'm saying technically they won the game.
Yeah, they won the game. Yeah. So that's a loss to me.
Okay, well we're gonna go back to the phone lines. We got another caller at 702-483-4444 joining us here on Vegas Uncut Sports Talk. Hello, caller. Are you there? Caller. Yes. Hello. Go ahead. How you doing? Faith? Hold on. Oh, face. Okay, like book. Oh, baby face. Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, bro, hold on. Slow your roll. Did you call the right show?
Yes.
Vegas. Vegas Uncut Sports Talk. Go ahead with your.
Yeah, what do you think about the NFL? The controversial call last night about the Green Bay and the
Crips wouldn't have liked that, man. The Crips didn't appreciate that call, bro.
Yeah, the controversial
call. That was a blood call, man. The Crips don't appreciate that call, homie. And the brother should have did the sea walk when he walked out of the end zone, man. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with your face. Oh, right on. Oh. A prostitute what? Oh. Killed her husband. All right, I'm listening. Killed her husband. All right, okay, I'm listening. So Steve, what did you say, Steve Harvey? Oh, Steve Garvey. Right, Crip Blue. Yeah, right on. Right. Padres, right. It is what it is.
All right.
All right, for sure. Thanks for calling, man.
All right, Face. Thank you for calling, man.
Yeah, that was an interesting call.
I don't think he had the right show, though, but he made that nigga sound like he needed to be calling Dr. Phil or something.
And he did go hard on this, man. He was banging on this hard.
Oh, but that was, yeah, I didn't get the Crip part, but any listener out there is appreciated. We appreciate every one of you. But tell the truth, seriously.
OG.
Seriously, didn't OG sound like he had more yak than me? Yeah. Hey, let me ask you something. BCS, who are the favorites as of now?
Shit, Bama and Florida State, they look like both teams that can obviously run the table. I think but it's a long season. Everybody in the SEC is going to beat up on everybody, and hopefully Bama can, they can not sustain any major injuries to any of their core players. But I look like Bama in that number 1 or number 2 spot for sure. Florida State could. They got Virginia Tech on the road. I don't see they obviously going to play someone in the ACC championship, but. Yeah, I like Bama. I know Pope pulling for Bama strong, but I think Bama and Florida State. Maybe West Virginia might be a sleeper team, even though they're in the Big 12 now. So I don't know. What you think?
Let me get some shit started. USC gonna have a pretty good run at it too, right?
They gonna do their thing. They just got to get it together, man. They got their run game. Their run game is coming along. Don't worry about SC.
Hey, do whatchamacallit start for them?
Who?
Penn State running back.
Yeah, he start.
Yeah,
he had like a buck, 156 yards, something like that on the ground. So
who y'all got this week?
We got to bye. We play Utah, ESPN Thursday night game, 6 o'clock.
That'll be an easy one right there.
Should be.
They got Bama minus, I think 30-31 over Mississippi.
That's where they playing at El Camino Community College.
Nah, Mississippi.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is Vegas Uncut Sports Talk at VegasAllNetRadio.com. Vegas All Net.
I wish I would play y'all up the crib so they could just spank y'all.
Yeah.
When you both go to the
Hey,
game, you can just watch that.
Hey, they got a you know what? You know what's so cold?
I'm gonna buy you a post and a picture.
Hey, look, check this. You know what's so cold, nigga? They made a documentary on HBO about how SC went down to Bama and beat their ass.
That sounds like the devil went down to Georgia.
And SC went down to Bama and whooped their ass. Whooped Paul Bear Bryant.
That's serious right now.
Hey,
we're not getting started.
Them white boys down there didn't know what hit them. Damn, boy. These niggas.
Boy, let me tell you what.
Yeah, that's what they was saying. But shit, hey, it was a time when they had all that
Sports Talk live from VegasAllNetRadio.com.
You better be lucky you cut me off. I'm about to get into some deep shit.
483-4444 is the number to call here in studio. Remember, the first caller tonight, our first two callers.
Hey, man, forget that. Next caller that call in, get the gift card. And they get one next week for their 3 picks. Next caller that call in, get the gift card. Call in and, claim your gift card. So next caller that call in, come get this gift card. It's yours. We'll get your information, mail it to you wherever you call it from.
We're going to our second commercial break. Now listen, that's on Jeff, okay?
Yeah, that's on me. So.
that's all on Jeff, okay? So now he'll get it to you, though, seriously speaking. Okay, so the very next caller, the very next person lights up the phone line at 483-4444. It's yours automatically, and if you give us 3 winners, you'll get another one. So that's $50 in gift cards. And you can't get that in a casino. You got to give them some money to even get started, right?
And if you pick, if you pick 3 winners straight up, you get the Coast Casino buffet for 2.
There we go.
Go to our Facebook page at, what is it, Rudy? Uncut Sports? God,
you don't know.
Oh, my God.
Hey, stay tuned for
I don't know if our media person got it up yet, though. It is up, but I don't know the exact URL for it. They can go to the show's website and leave us a message.
Yeah, leave us a message. You pick 3
at VegasAllNetRadio.com.
You pick 3 teams against the NFL spread. You get a $25 gift card.
Plus
what?
The buffet.
Yeah, plus the buffet.
Right.
Yeah.
Buffet for 2.
You wanted to? Okay, go ahead.
And so they get the. Yeah, I got mixed up on what they get. They get a $25 gift card just for calling in. Period.
Yeah. Right now, next caller.
If they give 3 winners, then they get the gift card, another gift card plus 3 2-for-1 buffet.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Hey, do I qualify?
No,
you ain't got your phone with you. 702-483-4444 is the number to call. This is Vegas Uncut Sports Talk live from VegasAllNetRadio.com. We'll be right back.
Hey, he threw me off with that crib.
I had to make sure you were done for a minute of break.
That's right. It was like OG.
Yeah, my wife's sister killed her husband.
Yeah, I was like, oh man.
Go to KDBBooks.com for info on how to get your book published within 10 days.
We have a little less than 25 minutes left in the show right now.
All right, cut that commercial short after Rudy finished talking. After this commercial, yeah, cut it.
After this commercial,
yeah.
Right.
Join us live every Tuesday night to talk Monday night games, college games, pro football games. Every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. You now have a choice. Listen to those other dumb shows on other stations or tune in here on Vegas All Net Radio Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. for the greatest uncut sports talk you've ever heard. 7 p.m. Tuesday nights, bitch. Uncut Sports, live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. If you'd like to join us here on the show, call 702-483-4444. Join us on the air with your opinion, your idea, your picks. 702-483-4444 for Uncut Sports.
go ahead.
We are Vegas Uncut Sports Talk live on Vegas All Net Radio, and we are back live in studio at VegasAllNetRadio.com every week, Tuesday night at 7, from 7 until 8 p.m. We have it right here live for you on air, so join us anytime. I want to ask real quick about the return. Let's get into some boxing real quick. The return of Ricky Hatton. He's back.
I think he broke.
Pope said he was broke because he didn't have no jewelry on at the last.
Shit. I think he broke, man. That's any reason any fighter come back because they broke. You know, Roy Jones making a comeback.
Hey, this year Roy Jones fighting Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, I seen that. That's your boy Kimbo Slice, man. He can put hands on him. Hey, he's in there against a real boxer. He's not in there against no used car salesman and no, nobody they just throw in there.
Hey, Kimbo can handle it.
Okay.
He gonna put hands on your boy.
But I think
he gonna sleep him.
I think Ricky Hatton making a comeback because he broke. He got to shake that crack habit. I don't know if he was on crack. They said he was sniffing cocaine, and then another rumor that he got knocked out in a bar fight over there for wherever he's at. So I don't know. I think he broke, and he's it's good because the fight apparently sold out.
Yeah, that's what
it sold out. It sold out with like in a week, like 18,000 seats. Yeah, so
is that here?
No, over in England or wherever they're from. But so I don't know. He making a comeback, but I think he broke because if he had that hunger, if he still had that hunger, he would have fought again after that Pacquiao fight. But
maybe he had to do like Kelly Pavlich, man. After he got his butt whooped a couple times, he had to sit back and he did the drug.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
so
your first loss.
It's like, but if you want to be a real professional and be great at what you're doing,
right? But look at Jermaine Taylor though. He got his butt whooped. He stepped back in the ring, got whooped again, and then he was going to commit suicide watch. And he was on all that other stuff.
But he was on cocaine too.
I don't know what he was on, but
he was on. I'm telling you, he was on top of the world after those 2 defeats of Bernard Hopkins,
right?
And then he got a big head, and what happened? He started sniffing that stuff, or I don't know if he was sniffing that stuff or smoking rocks, but it wasn't good. So it's like I don't know. It's sad at the end of the day, but they coming back because they broke. They don't, they're not managing their money, and that's what we're gonna get into next with this Vince Young.
Maybe they still got the
situation.
Right, but before we get into Vince Young, I want to talk about the marijuana.
Oh yeah, Chavez
positive testimony.
It's sad, man. He's just not sad, but it's like you're going into a fight. One of the biggest fight of his career, and he's smoking marijuana, and I could say people say, oh yeah, it soothes your mind and all that bullshit, but come on, you got to be focused all 24 hours a day, and that's why he probably got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped because he really don't got no skills, but smoking weed didn't help. I don't think. What you think, Pete?
He was lazy. He was tired in the fight, but I mean,
he started too late.
Yeah, he started too late. That's what.
Yeah, you could say that.
He was high, man. He was high. But it was an okay fight, though, man. I mean, everybody got what they wanted to see. He'll be back again fighting somebody else.
Fighting a bum.
And then promoters getting more money.
Yeah.
So you gotta throw something into his loss though, because they was putting him down as one of the little greats. So him losing, you gotta throw a little something in there to throw everybody's mind off of his loss. Now he's paying attention to his marijuana. But the fact is, he got outboxed, he got outworked, he lost the fight. But now you throw marijuana in there, now you got something else to talk about. And instead of his loss, you look at his pictures at the end of the fight, man, he got a makeover.
Would you consider that PED a performance enhancing drug? Weed?
No.
I don't know. He might have had it. If he went in there with it laced with some Sherm or something, he might have went in there and knocked what's his name out.
Hey, but it's weird though. Football players play better when they high, but you see in boxing, you're a little slow. But football, man, when you high and playing football, it's a whole different story.
About being high playing football. Shit.
Well, why is that? Because I always thought so too. But I never played sports, but I've been high. Why is that?
It's about 1 in 4 out there that play ball right now that get high playing football.
And that's terrible. That's terrible.
1 in 4 players get high. Is that what you're saying?
That's terrible because when people pay their hard-earned money to see these guys go out here and perform at the highest level, and they not even prepared because they high.
From LSU, he was high like damn near every game, but he was a star out there.
So imagine how he would have played if he wasn't high.
Worse, bad. He been hella
come on,
bad.
Man. That's sending a bad message to kids. You know what I mean? It's gonna be kids all over smoking weed, thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play better. Like that's that you might in high school you might get over it because you got talent. You might get away with it in college because you got natural athletic talent, you got speed, you're big, you're fast, you're quick. But when the pros, you're not getting away with that shit. You're gonna get hit and your ass ain't gonna wake up. I'm just saying, you can't be going out there high. Come on, you.
I understand what you're saying from the kids' point of view, man. I mean, smoking weed is not good, but I mean, they are trying to make it legal. So, I mean, smoking weed, I don't know if it's good or bad. If they trying to legalize it. So,
I don't know.
I
don't know, but I'm just saying, you don't want kids smoking weed and, what do? They get tired of weed and, oh, let's try this or let's try this and shit. They be out there selling your motherfucking TV or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's if you let it. I mean,
that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? You see kids' lives go down the drain all the time because they want to like this boy Tyrann Mathieu from LSU. If he wasn't as talented as he is, he would be forgotten already. Like who? You know what I'm saying? But he's talented, so they're going to go to the proper steps, get him rehab, rebuild his image to make him, acceptable to the NFL. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But I mean, you just watch his play. Just watch his play. Watch his character. I mean, weed is not bad for you. I mean, I ain't never heard of nobody dying from smoking weed.
Like overdosing.
Yeah, overdose from smoking weed.
Motherfucker might eat too many Twinkies every day.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but
happy, high, sleepy. That's it.
Hey,
it's not good for kids.
Those are the side effects of smoking weed. Happy, hungry, sleepy.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the. What you want to get into?
Well, no, I want to stick with this one maybe because I kind of agree with him on the fact that some players do seem to perform a bit better. I think I talked about Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin, when he was, to me, and that was my opinion 2 weeks ago, when he was high, he was the best Cowboy out there on the field. But when they sent him to rehab and he came out, he just couldn't seem to be as good of a player anymore.
Michael Irvin, the playmaker.
I don't know. Have any of y'all ever smoked weed?
No.
I mean,
you're talking to Geoff and
but I'm just saying, if anybody out there smoke weed, it puts you in a different mindset. It depends on how you react to the drug. Just like, everybody take them steroids and boost their image, but it still doesn't do nothing for them. I would prefer high school students, if they was to do it, just do no drugs at all. But you got some that's doing, the steroids, trying to boost their little high. That's in high school. Yeah. Then you got the ones that's smoking weed in high school. So, I mean, what you prefer? You see what I'm saying? I prefer for them to do nothing, but if it came down to it, if that's what they're choosing, marijuana's, I would go that route.
We could go into a long conversation about this stuff.
No, but this is very interesting, though. Go ahead.
Because that steroid stuff ain't good for you at all, man.
Either one of them's not good for you. What the kids need to be doing is having their ass in some books and not, you know what I'm saying, taking all these drugs, and their parents need to be kicking them in their ass. But that's a whole nother story. So,
right, it goes to the music you listen to, the people you hang around. I mean, being a star in high school, it draws a lot of attention to you. It draws a lot of people to you. It draws so much to you. And then you even take it back. You go to Florida right now where they got people and coaches betting on Pop Warner games. So, I mean, you do anything you can to make that little kid, feel, to relieve that pressure and that stress that they feel. And that's why I think, smoking weed, I mean.
Remember the defensive player, something White from Green Bay?
Yeah.
Reggie White. Do you remember what he died of?
It was something with his heart.
Something with his heart and his liver? Because I've read where steroids affect those parts of
steroids do mess up your body.
He wasn't on no steroids though, man. He was all natural, man.
Reggie White?
Hell, man. All natural, man. Them dudes, put it like this. Them guys back in the day when Reggie White was playing, they not, you know what I'm saying? These guys now, they like.
But then you look at it this way: you got high school students smoking cigarettes compared to marijuana. Now, cigarettes is gonna kill you. It's eventually gonna. I mean, you need your lungs. You need your lungs out there.
So what is weed doing? The same thing. It's both gonna kill you. So
all of this. Heard of nobody getting no cancer, no throat cancer, no lung cancer. Dying, suing the tobacco company.
You see, you heard
either that or the motherfuckers smoke so much weed they just don't remember that they was.
I don't know, man. I can't agree.
Their California vote to legalize marijuana, and it was voted down, right? That was because all the weed smokers Forgot to get up and vote. 702-483-4444 is the number to call if you want to do it. The next caller gets $25 gift card, and we've got you on the line right now. Holding on. Stay on the phone line. We'll be right with you in just a second. That's the caller that's going to be getting the $25 gift card automatically, no matter what they say or do.
Hey, Vince Young is broke.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So? It was an article that said he was, was in debt and broke.
Maybe he not broke. You know how like you file bankruptcy and you not broke, you just filing bankruptcy. So
if he wasn't broke, they wouldn't be talking about it.
Man, Donald Trump filed bankruptcy and he's still rich as hell.
That don't mean but no one ever said Donald Trump's broke.
Hey, if you file bankruptcy, I don't think he's broke, man.
I think he's.
Allen Iverson is broke, but he's not really broke.
Stand by.
He's just out of pocket.
He's just out of pocket. Right, he ain't used to living that lifestyle now. Antoine
Walker is broke. It's so bad. He has to find BMW with no options.
Right, he ain't pushing that Bentley that he was.
So
like when they said Floyd was broke when he had to pay his taxes. Well, but they said he was broke though, right? No, right.
But this is the media. The media never said that. Floyd was broke. They just said he has to pay
financial troubles.
This nigga's broke. He's broke. So you can believe whatever you want, and it's sad because they said he had he accumulated over maybe $25 million in his NFL career, and it's sad because a lot of athletes, the majority of them black athletes, they get this money and they don't have no direction.
People start begging from them.
But you gotta think about it. The first year in NFL, you gotta say you spend at least $10 million. So out of the 15,
hold on, $10 million for what?
Man, first year you gotta buy that car. They buying them cars.
Ain't nobody spending
that house.
But you don't realize.
Name one NFL player that don't get a $5 million house when they first get in the league.
But them players, man, you got to depend on where they live at. If they living in New York, if they living in Atlanta, if they live in
how many times Vince Young been traded? 3, 4.
He never been traded. He switched teams. He got cut.
Okay, so you taking his house from here, and you got to get another house here, and then you got to go get a house here. And
but it's not just about him buying a house, him buying a car, him doing that. It's about him managing his money, and he doesn't know how to manage his money.
A lot of young African American males in NFL don't know how to manage their money.
Exactly, and it's sad because. Instead of
that's why I'm going to school to help these guys out.
Yeah, that's why. That's what there was an old joke they used to say. How can you tell when you drive through a neighborhood and you see a brand new Benz in a tore up ghetto house driveway? What does that represent? And the punchline is a rapper that just got $100,000 advance. They don't know how to manage his money. We got a call on the line. $25 Visa cash gift card is going to Evan. Evan, welcome to the show.
What's going on, man? What's going on? All right, who you like this week, man? Who you like in the NFL? Who your picks? Let's see. Who got the sheet? I don't know. We got New England -4 at Buffalo. We got Saint.
Niners at the Jets.
We got Minnesota at Detroit. Detroit -6. Tennessee at Houston. Houston -12.
Giants and Eagles.
San Diego at KC. KC -1. San Francisco at the Jets. San Francisco -4. Seattle at St. Louis. Seattle -2.5. Miami at Arizona. Arizona -6. Oakland at Denver. Denver -6.5. Cincinnati at Jacksonville -1.5. Who you like? Nope. How about New Orleans at Green Bay? Green Bay 7.5. Washington at Tampa Bay -3. The Giants at Philly. Philly -2. And Monday night's game is Chicago at Dallas. Dallas -3.5. That's good. Okay.
All right, we got you, Evan.
You got his
Eagles,
3
Bears, and Packers.
So let me get you. We're gonna get your info off air so we can get you your gift card.
You automatically got the $25 gift card right now. That's yours.
For calling in.
Just because you were the next caller, the phone lines, we're having some technicalities, but you were able to get through on it. And we're going to have Randy, the engineer, take your information, and you automatically got that. That's on Jeffrey now. Jeffrey's going to make sure that so you can count on it. In the meantime, in between time, if you catch these 3 games, you got another one coming at you next week. So thank you for calling in. Appreciate it. Stay on the
line so Randy can get your info.
All right, so what you thinking about Tennessee and Georgia?
Georgia, their defense too strong. Defense wins.
Georgia at home?
Georgia at home, yep.
I like Ohio State, man. They're pulling games out, but overall, they're not too.
I don't think Ohio State, they're not really good in defending the run. So it may be a close game, but I think Ohio State should pull it off. They're, this should be, no, Ohio State's on the road against Michigan State. I think this should be a tough game for them, somewhat. Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Ohio State should pull it off at the end. This will be a big, big game for them to grow, as a team, because they don't have a possibility to play in any postseason bowl game. So this will be a big win, and hopefully, maybe they could, win the Big Ten, whatever division, Legends or whatever. But just think about Texas at Oklahoma State.
Man, I like Texas, man. I like Texas. I ain't really been able to see them play just yet, but that's a game I'm definitely gonna look forward to watching.
I think it's gonna go over though. I think it's gonna. Texas has a good defense, but both teams can put up some real big offensive numbers.
Like 70, you think?
At least.
Cause you put
closer.
Like 65.
Closer to. 65, between 65 and 70. I'll tell you right now.
And that's the next. I want to hear you guys go into the Ohio State Michigan game.
We just talked about that.
Oh, I'm sleeping.
He's sleeping, man. He's sleeping. But my first pick of this week is, like I said, I like Cincinnati this week. They starting to pull it together as a squad and as a team. They're looking well rounded. So I like them doing their thing. And my second pick is I like Houston.
Wait, give me that first one again.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, so you're not just copying off Evan, our $25 gift card winner.
Nah, he had that written down before he came here.
Bengals, that's your first pick. And secondly?
Houston.
So we got Cincinnati and Houston.
My first picks are NC State at Miami. I believe Miami's coming off a big comeback win against Georgia Tech, a team that had them. They were up early. Georgia Tech came back, and then Miami fought back. So I think I don't know. I wouldn't say they were drained, but that's a big emotional win they had, and I think they might have a letdown against NC State. NC State actually beat them last time they played, so NC State is a team that's I believe 3-1 also. So. Somebody gonna get that. Someone gonna take that L.
Okay, cool. Now let me do this. Let me hold off on your second college football pick. We got Pope's NFL picks this week. Cincinnati. Where were they playing?
Cincinnati.
Bengals. They're playing at Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. That's right. Yeah, they was playing Jacksonville.
Cincinnati over Jacksonville, and you like Houston. Houston is your second. There you have it. NFL.
Houston has who at home?
Yeah, but that's easy.
Tennessee.
Cool. Jeffrey's first college pick tonight is NC State.
NC State over Miami.
When we come back, we're going to talk about Timothy Bradley. It was just announced that on December 15th he'll be fighting again. And we're going to get your second college pick after that as we wrap it up with about 8 more minutes to go right here on VegasAllNetRadio.com's hottest sports show. This is Uncut Sports Talk with Geoff and Pope. 483-4444 is the number to call. We'll talk back with you in just a moment on the other side. Final college pick coming up.
It was right, 70, over, under.
Okay, we only got about
6 minutes?
No, less than that. You got like 3 minutes.
How much?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, just do 2 of these.
It's 7:52 right now, so about 2.5 minutes left.
Oh, that's right. It's 7:55. You're right.
You gotta be out of here by 7:35. Yeah, if you went all the way to 8 o'clock, eventually the recorder would quit recording. You'd be cut off.
Okay.
Hate to see that.
All right, let's cut this shit short right here. This ebook shit.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up after that one.
So you want me to take out the other stuff?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that. Oh, wait.
I'll look at my mom's phone.
Let's do that real quick.
I mean, really love sports.
Yeah, we want to go ahead. We can go to the next thing now. I'm going to fit this commercial out. Okay, 2 minutes.
You're listening to Uncut Sports, the largest sports show on radio in the world.
Yeah, we got about 2 minutes left, guys, on the hottest Uncut Sports talk show out of Las Vegas every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Join us right here, VegasAllNetRadio.com. Jeffrey, your second college pick, you gave us NC State over Miami. What's your second pick for the week?
I like Boise State minus the 27 points at New Mexico. New Mexico's coming off a rivalry win against their obviously New Mexico State, so that was a tough game for them. You know, they went back and forth for a minute, and you know they obviously pulled out the win against their rival New Mexico State. So, and New Mexico's not a really good team, and I think Boise's going to get on the roll, and you know, because Boise had a tough game with 7-6 win against BYU. I think they're going to open it up on New Mexico.
College picks from Geoff, NC State and Boise. Listen, real quick, Pope, last time Timothy Bradley fought Pacquiao, you said Timothy Bradley was going to do it. They just announced today that December 15th, Bradley will be fighting again. What do you think of the upcoming?
Hey, Bradley's the business, man.
But you got to watch out for Guerrero, man. Guerrero, he ain't no punk. I'm telling you, you might want to put some money on him for the win.
It all depends. I ain't seen the line yet, so depending on the line, depends on how I'm gonna spray my bet.
Guerrero
for a knockout though by somebody.
Guerrero ain't no punk, man. But Bradley's good, he's skilled, but Guerrero ain't no punk. Remember that.
I think Bradley always finds a way to win, somehow, some way.
We'll see.
He took the best from Pacquiao, man, still standing.
Pacquiao was off that stuff, so you know when you coming down off steroids, you regular like everybody else, man.
Vegas Uncut Sports Talk live right here every Tuesday night at VegasAllNetRadio.com. We are Uncut Sports. Listen to us live every night, or check us out on our archives.
Check me out on Twitter, Pope Picks.
PopePicks.com, and get your picks, man.
At Pope Picks on Twitter.
We're bringing up our show, too, on Twitter. It's going to be up pretty soon. It's going to be live and fresh. Y'all check it out as well.
Watch our show live on Ustream. Uncut Sports on Ustream.
Holla. We're out.
I'm glad you guys came up with that new intro and outro. It's a lot easier.
What do you mean?
Well, it's easier because you have more time to wrap it up, and it doesn't cut off at 30 seconds.
Hey, we're gonna send her some music to play in our breaks too. You know.
Yeah. They're gonna do some different bumper music than.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna
probably have that unlimited too, so that way I don't.
We're gonna send it to her tonight. I'll send it to you.
Send me like 3 of them so I can.
Hey, you like that? It was cool, huh? You sure?
Yeah.
Hey, Pope, leave.
I like to think it's getting. Don't you like to think it's getting better every week?
Hey, how do you? Hey,
I thought it from the first couple of times, and because I listened to them at work sometime, and that was the way. So that's why we switched seats around, because it didn't happen the first couple of weeks. Yeah. And I said maybe they need to sit side by side because they play off of each other like that.
Yeah.
I ain't really no sports fan, so I just let them talk because I don't know nothing.
And how can we find out our ratings? Like how many people listen? Or
you probably better talk to her about that. I'm not even sure what mine are, to be honest with you. You sent me numbers, but I'm not sure exactly what you mean.